I think the best feature about Mitrefinch is the ability to set up your own shifts and rosters to suit your business.
I like that it's very user-friendly for the individuals. It doesn't take someone who's got a great deal of experience to pick the product up and use it. I like the fact that it makes our company fully integrated because we have sites throughout the country and we can all use it, and they can centralise the information to enable us to do payroll.
The feature I've always found best is how intuitive the system is. You want to do something, you find a drop-down table and it's there to help you. It's, I won't say it helps the company, but it certainly helps me in my job, which really will help the company.
It's taken us from a manual paper-based timesheet system at one of our plants to enable us to have an automatic clocking system. It's enabled us to bring payroll back in-house and have a fully integrated solution. We've recently had our first audit on the system and they were incredibly pleased with it because of how automated and integrated it is.
Before I took this job on, I was on a mainframe computer, and of the two, I know which one I would much rather use. This system, the system here, it's so easy to use.
Because of its flexibility, it can manage however many staff you've got across whatever range of sites.
We have a particularly complex set of contractual rules around when overtime kicks in, what happens if somebody's off sick, and special pay rates for different people on bank holidays. The fact that Mitrefinch have been able to help us set that up within the work rules so that we don't have to manually check that every time a special day or occurrence occurs for a particular employee, that's been particularly helpful.
We've got the HR manager, time and attendance and FlexiPay, so we're using the three modules, and what I like about it is the fact that they interact with each other. So we have been able to cut down some of our processes.
The system helps us look after the flexible working side of the company, and we use the information from the timesheets to benchmark against other housing associations and produce our VAT and non-VAT at the end of the year.
The thing I like best about it is it makes the doing the payroll very easy. We use it primarily for clocking in, going out, knowing who's on site, and then the ease of getting that information into our payroll system is just fantastic.
But the system is so easy that you don't need IT input for most of it. So really it does save a lot of time when dealing with payroll and time and attendance.
For us, it's an integral part of our business, and we use it to inform our managers of absence trends, how many days we've lost, where return to work interviews are due, and if we need any overtime and things like that, authorising.
We moved into a new building, and the flexible hours that everybody worked, and they all work different rosters, so we've got a lot of part-time staff, a lot of mums who work different hours, different days, swap them every week. And we look after the practical side of it, so sort of keeping all of that in check and managers informed that everybody's working correctly. That's probably how it benefits us most.
We can offer you more value in utilising your products.
We do rely on the time and attendance and FlexiPay systems, but as we know what's there, we don't get problems. Obviously, we get problems on a personal level, people claiming for overtime that they haven't worked, that sort of thing. The system, there's no argument. Everything becomes black and white, which from a payroll point of view is how it should be. There shouldn't be any grey areas, and the system is so clear that there can be no manipulation of figures, hours worked, money paid out, stoppages or anything like that. So personnel problems don't come into it because the systems are so clear.
For us, it has solved that, knowing in real time who is in, who is absent, where people are, and particularly for us, what projects they've been working on, because it allows us to then accurately predict our project costs.
I think one of the things that's really been good for us is the fact that you can set the work rules to mirror your contract of employment, so there's no need to manually record additional data such as days in lieu, special pay rates on special days and things such as that.
We've been using the system just over 12 months, and before we haven't had anything which was like a proper time management system, so that's helped us a lot in terms of managing absence, managing holidays.
The thing that I like at the moment is, from a HR point of view, how I can track employee latenesses. I track them all the time, and I've been speaking to staff who are continuously late, and I'm starting to see it dropping down now and improving.
I do think it has really been beneficial to the hotel industry. You can see exactly who is in the premises and who's off the premises if they've got another hotel somewhere else in the area.
We sign off the wages on a Monday, our last collect-in's Sunday night. It's all done on a Monday morning. It used to take about a week tracking down staff to say where's your sign-in sheet, etc. So it really has allowed us to consolidate the sites.
The first thing which I open when I start my computer is TMS, so that's my day. And just quickly check anomalies, see who's on site, if there's anything that needs my attention.
A few years ago we went on to a continental shift pattern, which was a bit, which was new to us obviously. I wasn't particularly experienced with Mitrefinch, and I felt the support desk helped me sort out the roster itself, because it runs through an 8-week pattern, so they help fine-tune that so that works and cut down on the anomalies.
If I need to check on people's pension details, salary details, training details, and equally my job's to look at how we use the software and can we move it forward. So currently we're looking at the training skills matrix. That's one of the items that we need to address, and based on everything I've learned today, we're going to move that forward.
I personally like the skills matrix part as it speeds up our training process. It helps to speed up time and is also a really effective way to keep track.
We've come through a few hurdles of looking at getting it to work within a hotel environment, but it's helping with staffing, it's helping with budgets, and all the HR things I've already talked about really.
Oh, I'd definitely recommend it.
I definitely recommend the clocking side of it.
I would definitely recommend Mitrefinch to another business in a similar sector to us. I think it's incredibly flexible, so if you do have complex rules, shift patterns and rosters for a large number of people, Mitrefinch is incredibly useful for managing that information, and it's also incredibly efficient, so you get the information very quickly, which again for us is very important because we have a weekly payroll cycle.
I would recommend it. I would recommend it because of the costings feature on it that we have. You can accurately record which hours are being worked on which jobs, which allows obviously from pricing to the sales, it's across the business beneficial.